everyone, and welcome back to Fully Immersed, your favorite themed entertainment podcast. I'm your host, Lane Calder, joined once again by Spencer Bennett.
Hello, hello. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. And the big cheese himself, of course, Tobias Lerman Matante.
Hello.
Oh. Just made his way forward.
Is that it?
He just
That's all I have.
Honestly, I thought that he froze and then he blinked, and I was like, "Oh."
I thought I could see his thought process of like coming up with something and then just deciding not to and going for the hello.
I just said hello.
All right, buddy.
Yeah. Well, folks, thanks for joining us so much. We're excited to get started. This week's going to be kind of an interesting, I guess, reflection on a lot of the things that we've been talking about in the last few episodes, especially with Universal and Disney and all that sort of stuff. These big corporations that have the multiple theme parks in separate countries, separate coasts, etc. Just when was it? A couple days ago at the time of recording.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, I believe, at the time of recording, Universal, Spencer got it right. Universal announced that Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift is coming to the Orlando park. And
replacing Rip Ride Rocket.
Yeah, to thunderous applause. and
rapturous audience.
Yeah. Just absolutely standing ovation.
Euphoric wave across Orlando, Florida.
Everybody said, yes, fun.
I mean, honestly, everyone did probably get super hyped because this means Supercharged is finally
it's done. Yeah.
Oh,
it's got to be gone, right? It's got to be dying. So, one of our bingo slots for 2026 will be filled, it looks like. Yeah. But, I really wanted Back to the Future. Toby really wanted, I think, Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Spencer, that you secretly wanted Ghostbusters, but you had held all along that it was going to be Fast and Furious, and so props to you. I don't know. You got it right. By unfortunately being the realist and not.
Well, it just like made perfect sense that like Supercharged had been like operating basically seasonally is kind of what it seemed like.
Sure.
And they've been using it, for Halloween Horror Nights for 2.5 months out of the year already, and it had been going down. And then, Rip Ride Rocket going away, or Hollywood Drift. I almost said Orlando Drift. Hollywood Drift.
We all thought it was going to be called Orlando Drift
because why wouldn't it be?
Right, they decided not to go for that. So it is Hollywood Drift in Universal Studios
in Orlando.
Florida.
Yeah, in Universal Studios Florida, in the New York section of the park. Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, baby.
Fuck, I don't like it.
No, I don't think anyone likes the naming convention, but no, it just made sense. Like, it just seemed obvious, like, oh, they're gonna, they're developing this new roller coaster tech, it's gonna go there. I secretly was hoping for like a Minions coaster, because just the peak madness of a full-blown, they already have Minions Land there, but if we had a Minions coaster on top of that, that would be, the trifecta. So I wanted that, but
attractions.
I just being a realist and honestly, like, what's the most obvious thing that's gonna happen, and it was that. So but ding ding for me.
I get it to a certain extent. Like, I was always gonna understand why they went this route.
Sure.
Because the money spent on the R&D and whatever, now we don't have to do that again. It's more plug and play. I have to imagine that in terms of engineering, it's probably not as complicated as installing a coaster on the side of a mountain.
Yeah, I was gonna say the ride layout's got to be different, right?
Do you think
so?
It
wouldn't. I think the way that coaster is.
They'd be doing a lot of digging.
That coaster is like built on a on a slant, like you said. It's going down a hill, and Orlando, Florida, is flatter than a pancake, so they're not. I would be shocked if it's for some reason like this crazy drop heavy coaster. I would think it's going to take up almost the same exact footprint as Rip Ride Rocket.
That's fair. I guess
no, it is. It's confirmed that it's different.
Nice.
Is it? Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
It's a different layout. Yeah.
Cool. Same ride vehicle though, I would have to imagine.
Yeah, oh yeah,
They
same
they
tag.
spent a pretty penny on that. And so I get it in terms of theming and all that. Again, I really think that this has to mean that, like you were saying, Spencer, that Supercharged has to be going away.
It is. It's announced.
Did they really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, they confirmed. Okay, I thought it was still just a rumor.
And it's already gone in
No.
Hollywood, so it's like it's gonna just be retired.
Thank God.
I don't know if it's in any overseas parks. It might
No.
be. It's not?
No.
Okay. We just
No.
have been the ones to suffer? Okay.
Yeah.
They
Thanks.
won't know it.
Yeah.
Hey, we wrote it so that you don't have to if you're in a different country.
I don't think I ever wrote it in Orlando. I never gave it.
Me neither. I never got on.
Wrote it in Orlando. Yeah, I never wrote it there.
Well, it's never
Well, it's
operating when we're there.
No, that's true. And it also, like, I got on it in Hollywood by virtue of being forced to. Because I'm on the tram anyway.
Right, 'cause you're
And so
already
they're
there.
like, hey, before you leave,
Here you
Fast
go.
and Furious Supercharged.
I just love that it was like the climax, like the penultimate, the ultimate portion of like this is how we end the studio tour.
We're going to leave you on a high note. You're going to supercharge your day.
Just give you some energy into the rest of your stay here.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising.
No.
I guess that it went this direction. I guess I'm glad that it's different. I think that's cool, at least theming wise. I get it, especially with the, they weren't going to spend that much money on developing a new ride vehicle and then not use it multiple times. But I think there is still the reaction, like I was telling you guys, the top comment I saw on, I think when you sent me like the Instagram announcement or whatever it was, the top comment that I saw was like, Hollywood can never have its own shit.
Right. Yeah.
Which like is kind of hard to argue with to a certain, I mean, like there's slop. Slop is there.
Which, as I said, is an S tier dark ride.
Which rocks.
Yeah. Secret Life of Pets, for those who don't know. SLOP
right, and
is our lovable abbreviation for that.
And I guess they also have Jurassic World.
Yeah, that's the
for
crown
now.
jewel. For
now.
now.
And the studio
they just shut down River Adventure Islands for like a year. So
Oh,
for
boy.
for now.
Yeah.
For now.
I think they confirmed it's staying, though. Maybe they didn't. I don't know.
I hope it stays so we get one cool thing.
Yeah, it very well may go there. I mean, they have, Velocicoaster and other Jurassic World era, track. Although the Discovery Center is still very much Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
so
very much so. Yeah, I mean it's not like we were saying, it's not surprising. But I can't help you. It's hard to argue with people online saying like, well, Hollywood doesn't have its own stuff, because beyond Jurassic World, which again could not be its own thing anymore fairly soon here, and obvious staples like the studio tour, like it doesn't really have its own thing, right? Like that
DreamWorks Theater.
Oh, sure.
Oh, and Waterworld, I guess.
And Waterworld.
No, that's in Japan, I think.
Oh, is Waterworld in Japan too?
Really?
I think they have it in Japan.
Yeah, okay.
So I
always figured they never duplicated Waterworld, because at the time it was like to promote like an all-time flop of a movie, because they didn't know when they were building the show. And then they, for some reason, just went so ungodly hard in the paint on that show that
They're
it's
like,
just
like, this is good.
Yeah, and they were like, no. Now we have to stick with this like lame duck IP because this show is incredible. And now, I mean, I think if you asked 10 residents of Los Angeles, why say 10? 100. Is the Waterworld show at Universal based on anything? They'd all say no. Maybe like 4 would be like, isn't there a movie with Kevin Costner? Like, but most of them would just say no. So
yeah, their selection of their own individual IP is very interesting compared to
right.
Florida. But I guess I understand the sentiment, especially with Hollywood. I feel like because they're duplicating attractions, the smaller park is naturally going to be the side that suffers from that.
Sure.
I guess
Inherently lesser based on
right.
constrictions
Like your Orlando park is just bigger, so you're always going to have more attractions there. But especially if some of those attractions are the same as in Hollywood, that makes Hollywood feel small, like extra small in comparison, because it's all stuff that you've already seen somewhere else. But I guess where I kind of want to go with this conversation is why those companies duplicate things beyond even maybe just the financial reasons of like, well, we already developed this ride, we already developed this vehicle, so we're not going to spend the R&D money and the build money to do that again. So we can just kind of duplicate everything, make it faster, less cost up front for developing this thing. But is it causing one or both of the parks to suffer by doing that in terms of the common scope? Like, I mean, it definitely, in my opinion, lessens my need. Since I've gone to Orlando, I'll put it this way. I don't feel the need to go to Universal Studios Hollywood almost ever. Like, I haven't.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't since I started going to Orlando every year with you guys. Like, I haven't been to Hollywood in that entire time. So
yeah, when I lived in LA, I would go because it was like something to do and it's fun and whatever. Right. But like, yeah, if you don't live in immediately Southern California, yeah, I mean, I agree. Right. I just go to Orlando.
Yeah. So is that an issue in terms of fans, or do you think that like people going to the theme parks don't care because their chances are they're not going to both of them, like freaks like us?
Most people
do you want to start, Toby?
No, you go ahead.
I think in the case of Hollywood, they have like an X Factor thing that still brings in tourism, which is that studio tour. Even though, at this moment in time, it's way more of like a theme park attraction than it is an actual backlot tour. Like, I can't recall the amount of times I've been on the studio tour, but like I've never once seen anything filming or anybody famous, or like you'll see like a caterer, like a crafty truck go by from time to time, and it's like, oh, I wonder where they're going.
You'll see like some PA like getting bags ready or something.
Yeah, or like a coffee run. Yeah, like
something not interesting.
They'll point out the sound stages where things are filming, and they have the little posters on them, and it's like, oh, cool, that's there. So like but is it in comparison to the WB tour, a couple blocks down the street, it's like a very different experience. The studio tour is an attraction at a theme park that just happens to like weave in and out of some working sets. But I think like international tourism and outside of the West Coast, like that is a big draw that they will always have. So I don't know if Universal Hollywood's like attendance is suffering because of this, but in terms of like the theme park side of it, yeah, for sure. If they didn't have the studio tour, I don't think you would get nearly as many people going to Universal Studios Hollywood. Because it almost, the way that people would still go, but it wouldn't be like, I don't think you'd get a ton of tourism outside of, same way like Disneyland is largely a locals experience, at least local to the West Coast. Like if you live, east of Nevada, you're probably going to Orlando if you're doing a Disney trip. Right. That's a good way to put it.
You're going to Orlando, generally speaking.
Yeah. If it's out of driving distance, you're going to go to Orlando. So I think with that in mind, yeah, because they've made it almost like a sampler platter for the Orlando parks. It's kind of how it's structured now. Way to put it. Yeah. Which is funny because when it started, Universal Studios Florida was just an expanded version of the little studio tour attractions, just scaled up to full scale rides. Like people forget, but like the original studio tour, Jaws, King Kong, all these things that were blown up to bigger scale and in Florida, and then now, even Fast Furious Supercharged, like getting more modern, to bring that up, was a studio tour bit that they turned into a full ride. King Kong 360 3D was a studio tour bit they turned into Kong Skull Island, or whatever it's called, Kong Skull Island Reign of Kong, I don't know. Kong Reign of Kong.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, but now like with the Nintendo, and obviously Nintendo opened first in Hollywood, but like the plan was to bring it to Epic first and foremost. Like it was... They got the full-sized one. We have like a little taste, and also having gone to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando for several years now, Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood's like a little taste. and it's not
Like a
nearly
little
as built
sugar
out
of
typically.
Horror Nights.
Yeah, now you have even Vegas, which is even a littler taste. So
A
you have
dollop.
various, yeah, you
A little dollop.
yeah, a little dash in Las Vegas of Horror Nights. But it's just funny how Universal has like operated with the two parks, like. But now, yeah, I mean, Universal Studios Hollywood is like a smaller Hogsmeade without Hagrid's, without Diagon Alley, without any of that. You get the castle and Forbidden Journey, which is fun.
Smaller Nintendo without
Smaller Nintendo. They have the Simpsons, smaller Springfield, smaller, substantially, lesser version of the Mummy. Transformers is the same, but it's like,
We have a bigger minions. We have a bigger
Minion Mayhem.
Minion Mayhem. We
Sure.
have 2 theaters. They have 1.
That's true. They also
There you
have
go.
Villain Con. I mean, we have Secret Life of Pets, right? That's the thing we've talked about already. But they have Villain Con. They have a full blown land, I guess. But yeah, those two parks specifically are extremely interchanged. Islands is obviously very unique, and now with Epic Universe is very unique. But Universal Studios Florida, I don't go to as much if I don't need to when I'm visiting that resort, because it is just an expanded version of the studio tour. But also like to the person who hasn't like, been on the studio tour a million times or whatever, the studio tour maybe feels like a truncated version of Universal Studios Florida. So I don't really know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's also interesting what you said about like the studio tour over time becoming less real and less about like, access to the movies.
Sure.
They still definitely give it that disguise.
Oh yeah.
With all
they
of the
pitch it when you're in line and they're playing all of the like scenes from their famous movies through the years. They're like hyping you up like you're going into movie magic.
Yeah, and then you're going into like Dark Tunnel #1. It's like,
yeah.
And so it's kind of interesting because I mean Disney, and I think kind of sort of Universal, but Disney like had that studio tour in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Where they're
in MGM,
where it was like basically, didn't they try to do some real film projects there at some point?
Yeah,
they did it with Universal too.
It was going to be Hollywood of the East Coast, and
but it was basically fake. And
yeah, they had Nickelodeon Studios there too, where they tried to move all the animators to, and they wouldn't go. This whole thing.
That was in that was in Orlando. That was
it
Universal.
was in Universal Studios. Yeah.
That's crazy. And so that flopped, obviously, but then, I guess they're not seeing that same drop off as they make the studio tour on the West Coast more and more fake in a way.
I mean, they refer to it as the world famous studio tour, and they're not wrong, right? And it kind of started the idea of the studio tour at all in Hollywood. So it will always have this kind of iconic thing to it. But yeah, like I said, it is a ride now. There's very little like actual behind the scenes movie stuff. But
or it's a medieval torture device because you smack the shit out of your head getting off.
Yeah, those little tops.
That's just you, dude.
They're enclosed. Lane and I always get good for one head smack getting off those trams.
That's just you guys.
That's
just you guys.
I remember one time, this is an anecdote obviously, but we pounded a Jurassic water, which if you're going to Universal Studios Hollywood and you're trying to like get the most bang for your buck in alcohol, the Jurassic water at the Irish bar across from Minions is just like 17 shots and sugar. It's the most insane cocktail.
It's just like a Long Island, like a double Long Island or like something crazy like that.
It's ridiculous.
It's the perfect drinking size for standing in the queue.
Yeah.
And then you get on that thing and you are absolutely just having a ball the whole time.
Having a ball, and then halfway through you're like, man, I really have to pee, and this ride is 55 minutes long. It's not. I think it's like actually like 37 minutes, but they tell you it's an hour, whatever. But I remember halfway through we were like, oh, we gotta pee, and then at the end, we're rushing to get off, and that's when there's the head smacks come in because you're trying to hustle to get to that the queue in the bathroom because they know, and then wham, all boys be hitting their heads.
They know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I definitely see that as it being, very much its own thing that's kind of hard to remove. I understand as well, like the fan sentiment, especially if you're like in LA of like, well, we never get our own stuff. But hey, I mean, slop is sick.
Slop is sick. I think
sloppy. Slop is sloppy.
Slop is sloppy. Disney used to be better about it. They've sort of come back towards the Universal direction where the both coasts are pretty similar. And Universal now is going the opposite way, but for a long time, Galaxy's Edge on one coast, Galaxy's on the other coast. Runaway Railway one coast, Runaway Railway the other coast.
But we still get the better versions at least.
For a lot of it, yeah.
Disney.
With Disney, I agree.
We got the better
they're
Runaway
not
Railway.
smaller. I haven't been on the one in California. Is it better?
Oh, we have a whole different queue. It's like
Well,
really
the queue is
themed
better,
out.
and the whole Toontown.
The attraction's the same, but like they really put effort into Disneyland.
Yeah, they put a little zaw on there.
Yeah,
no, those tend to be. I mean, most of our clones we have the better versions. Those are older,
Sure.
but at least Runaway Railway, they at least changed it.
Yeah, and they
the
in
Disneyland
fairness,
Space Mountain is surely better.
Yeah, that's the
they retract
70s.
it. Yeah,
The 70s and the 80s. One is music. There you go.
No.
That's
Well,
half the
I was to
ride.
say, in the case of Magic Kingdom, to be completely fair, I mean, it was literally a clone of Disneyland, just bigger. So they had all of the same stuff to begin with. Now they've both kind of come into Magic Kingdom has kind of come into its own with its own kind of set of attractions and whatnot.
Especially with Cars Land coming.
Oh gosh, yeah. Now they're adding, Piston.
Which at
Peak.
least is its own thing. They're not just like remaking.
Sure,
regular-
Yeah, and we're
Disney's-
supposed
Oh, sorry,
we're gonna get our own supposed different avatar, our own different
Right.
Pandora, so a California adventure.
Disney's
So I
good
guess-
about it where you'll still get like the same blanket thing,
Sure.
but they do tend to have unique flair to each version. Like even the Haunted Mansions, the Pirates are like noticeably different in both coasts, and every one of their resorts are all noticeably different. I think Universal was like, and I'm usually big Universal guy, and I obviously am, but like they're 1-to-1 the exact same.
Yeah.
Well, not this.
Not this, but majority of the clones are 1-to-1 the same. So I think maybe that's why it feels more like Hollywood doesn't get anything, because it's the exact same experience.
Or we get the baby version.
Or we get the small
baby.
version.
Yeah,
where
dude,
we get a
our-
Nintendo without Yoshi, without Donkey Kong, without
our
any of that.
our Nintendo compared to their Nintendo is funny.
Oh, it's night and day.
I
yeah.
actually haven't been to our Nintendo since I've been to theirs, and which is funny because I live across. I live across this. I can walk to Universal.
Yeah, you can see it.
Like literally, the gate to the lot is right there. It's
Yeah.
like-
Is from my window. So like I've been like waiting to get a season pass till closer to
Mhm.
probably gonna get
Sure.
one soon just because
Sure.
why not? But yeah, it's really funny to me just the fact that dude, are we
It's
gonna
the
get
same
the better
thing, right?
are we-
You're
but
gonna
are we
get the
gonna-
same.
Are we gonna get the better version for once, or are they gonna get a better version of Hollywood Drift? Because they're probably gonna get the better version.
I would say ours, I guess West Coast people, even though I don't live in LA anymore. It's going to be more
You're
unique.
still
I
on the
think.
West Coast.
That cliffside is going to be really cool, especially having
It's
been on
gonna be
Light and Rod at Dollywood. Like it's built into a hillside similarly, so you're like lurching over, the Smoky Mountains, right? And it's a very cool experience to have the terrain match the coaster.
I'm
So I
sure
think-
that with the drifting dynamic is going to be really crazy.
Yeah,
I think
but
there's a chance Hollywood's is better. Orlando's might be bigger, but
ours
Hollywood's
is-
like
it's gonna be
terrain is going to
short.
be interesting.
Orlando's
Yeah, it has to
very
be.
long.
Orlando's you might get to kind of go over the water a little bit or something, but
All the way out in the
No.
lagoon. I
No,
don't know.
no.
Wait, there's a
It's just-
walking path there. Never
It's
mind.
Yeah.
it's just gonna weave where Bright Rocket used to
I
weave.
forgot that Hard Rock is right there. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. Oh,
But are they-
you mean the other way? I see.
Are they gonna retheme New York to LA?
That was my next question. Is maybe why not make it Hollywood?
Or no, we have a Hollywood section. It's just not even remotely close.
Then what do you do
to-
with Jimmy Fallon, bro?
They might just split it down the middle, dude. They might make that little section Hollywood, and then they'll keep like Jimmy.
But then you
Fallon,
have
New
to
York
move
and
the
stuff.
board. Oh no, where was the boarding station? No, the boarding station is in
It's in the
illumination.
sound stages.
It's in
I love that Jimmy
illuminations.
I love that Jimmy Fallon outlasted.
Well, you can't
Supercharged.
that's two whole areas you have to retheme because it's not just that one strip. It's like an L. It's like that's the Central Park where you have like all
Right.
the vendors for horror
Yeah,
nights.
yeah. And
The
they
Mummy-
just did like
The Mummy is technically New York.
Yeah, it's the
over
Museum of
there.
Natural History.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
So that whole section of New York, I don't think can go, and they actually just spent all that money like building out Minion Land. So it's kind of interesting of how does this work? Are they just gonna like do a Mulholland Madness / Goofy Sky School and just put stuff on the soundstage walls, like just put like
Or-
LA-esque
How are they gonna
advertisements?
Well, okay.
But there's a
I think that they're probably
Hollywood.
gonna
There
keep-
is a Hollywood section. It's just across. It's like it's that little strip.
Oh, that little store, like Hollywood.
No,
where
dude,
Bourne is. Yeah,
where
yeah.
Bourne is. That whole
You're right.
street is Hollywood.
Oh.
That's not close to the station that
Maybe
Rip
they
Ride Rocket
flipped the
was
station
in.
around.
So is the
Maybe,
station
they're
going to go
demolish
there?
the whole thing. They might have you board over there.
That's what I'm
And
thinking.
It
If
might
it's
wrap
Hollywood Drift,
around
yeah,
the
it's
front
got,
entrance to
the
there.
station has to be there.
Yeah. No, Lane, you're right. Toby, you're right. Lane, you're right. In the case of like, it might stretch over a section of the park. It might go over the top of like that entry walkway kind of thing.
But also, I feel like they could just get away with not doing that. And just
Oh, sure.
Load where Rip Ride Rocket loaded.
In the case of like last week's conversation, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But for us, we're thinking
they could also
thematically.
feeding into like, look, it's like there's a studio, there's sound stages right
That's
here.
what
so
exactly.
This is LA section, you know.
But
like,
it'd be easy even if like you just the queue is you go like you enter by Bourne and then you actually board over across the way and the queue just like goes underground or something. Like there's ways to do it where it doesn't actually matter.
Right.
If they wanted to be consistent.
I don't know.
Well, okay, but where's the current? But Supercharged isn't like in a. Well, I guess it's near like that Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco.
No, it's not. It's right in New
area.
York. It's right by Mummy.
Yeah, so they don't.
No,
It makes no sense.
like, I feel like they
But
don't
it's
care.
not
That's
called
set in
Fast
LA.
and Furious Los Angeles Strip.
No, but you get
Supercharged
in
or
there
something.
and it's clearly like East LA vibe.
It's
Like
LA. It's
Maybe they
Yeah.
changed. They might have changed the. I think they might have changed the background to be San Francisco instead of LA in their version.
oh, you know what? They might have. I think
Really?
that sounds
I
sort
think
of
that might
correct.
be. I think that actually is a thing.
That sounds
that
vaguely correct.
Little faux like Fisherman's Wharf areas right there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the lagoon.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Diagon Alley is just
I don't
over
know.
there.
We just.
It's London.
We just. I don't know. And I mean, the thing was,
We're in San Francisco. There's the night bus.
Yeah, exactly.
Secret Life of Pets was not even was supposed to be cloned, and it wasn't cloned for some reason. So
Well, yeah, they built
And-
out like Minion Land. Everyone thought, oh, okay, there it goes. It's gonna be dropped in there. Nope, we got Villain Con.
which,
Yeah.
like, hey, finally, we get a win for Hollywood.
That's true.
Like
we won that
like,
battle.
One we can get that's actually the better version, because even our
That's a
Mummy
clear
compared to-
knockout between Slop and Minion Blast.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dude, our park.
Well,
is
one of them's an actual ride, so it's not
Yeah,
much of a
exactly.
competition.
this park is so bizarre, dude. This park is like, I mean, they're building the hotel now, which is like,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think
Are,
which
is
is
the
like
hotel in the park? Like, is it? Can you enter?
it's
the
where
park from
the
hotel?
it's where the security used to be.
Oh,
Down
you
by
know where the
you
metal-
where you live, or
Wait.
up in the
Where-
by the parking
No,
garage?
you know where the metal detectors were when you would walk in, like the
Yeah.
Esplanade. Like you would go to City Walk and then you go into this like thing, the metal detectors.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you'd
the
walk
weird
into-
like roundabout walkway.
That's
That's in your
where the-
hotel.
That's
That,
where
like,
they're building the
hillside?
hotel. Yeah, that's where they're building the hotel,
like on the hill? Holy shit!
like right in
That's
front of the
crazy.
entrance.
Interesting. What's it gonna be called? Just the Universal Hotel? They already have like the Sheraton
know.
or whatever.
But
you
don't-
can
but
see
those
from
are-
Jurassic World.
This is their
Sheridan.
first Universal hotel,
Interesting. Okay.
so they can be a resort now,
Okay.
because those are not Universal hotels. Those are like
Right. They're just like
there.
right
there.
next to the property. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they basically are Universal. It's like the Swan Hotel,
Swan
whatever.
and Dolphin. Yeah.
Swan and Dolphin, you know, that are like
It's
they're
like a
they
partner
are,
hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm assuming if they're investing that, the attendance is good. That park's doing well.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Oh, do you know what that park desperately needs at this point is some entertainment, man. My God, it's not
Yeah.
sequitur, but like they have one show at this point, and it's been around for
Waterworld.
20 years. Yeah, but they have nothing else. It's been around for 20
That's true.
years.
That's
And
why
they
during
bought it.
Christmas there, and also obviously Halloween, like that park really feels different. Like when they build out Seuss and
Yeah.
Grinchmas, and then Halloween Horror Nights, they really build out that main area to be like kind of Dia de los Muertos. Like that park kind of comes to life in the back half of the year.
It's
But
fair.
during the main
Yeah.
part of the year, you're like, what is this giant open space? Where now there's just
Oh,
hella
yeah, in the-
strollers.
in the main part of the year, like during the summer, like that's that middle. I know what you're talking about, like that big, meet and greet area.
Yeah.
essentially, like
Yeah,
that
Shrek is
circular
sometimes over there,
area.
yeah.
Yeah, SpongeBob is sometimes over there.
Mhm.
Like there's no reason to fucking go there. Like, there's nothing there during the summer unless you're doing like a meet and greet or something. And maybe
Yeah,
they
it's
do, like,
really
a
just
parade or
big
something. I
open
don't know.
space.
I mean,
Do they do like a parade?
no, but you know what they have? They do have FanFest, which did really well last year. I think it's coming back this year. So
It is coming back. Yeah.
Well, in the
they
same way that Disneyland has like after hours events and stuff, like Universal Hollywood has the space to do that. And when you have a locals market, I think that's something you probably have to have is like space for special
yeah.
events.
I mean,
I feel like that's gotta
by
be
most-
key, dude.
Yeah.
going back to the cloning conversation, by
Sure,
most
yeah.
people's standards, we're like 3,000 miles from Orlando.
Absolutely.
So
Right.
like rest of the world standards, unless you live in, China or Russia or here, or maybe like Mexico, like most countries around the world are not that big. So it's basically almost us. If it were not the U.S., it'd be almost two different countries
Yeah.
in terms of
definitely.
size. And like, yeah, we're more so like I've seen a lot of it's mostly Arizona. It's like Texas, like half of Texas through California is Disneyland and the rest is Disney World, because I've seen a lot of people from Arizona come to Disneyland.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Arizona, New Mexico,
West Coast
Colorado.
adjacent, yeah.
Yeah, like anything that's like basically, West
I mean,
Texas.
we would drive down from Northern California.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
West
Yeah.
Texas on, but Disney World is like Orlando is
The
South
entire
America,
rest, yeah.
and the rest
Right.
of of the U.S.
international
so-
tourism. I mean, you will get a lot of like Asian tourism into Disneyland, California. There was a lot of Japanese guests when I worked there.
Yeah, a lot of Japanese,
because
a lot
it's
of
further to fly all the way to the East Coast from Asia than it is to the West Coast. But even then, I mean, Orlando still just cleans house on
Oh, yeah.
international tourism,
Yeah.
and the park attendance numbers, like they get way more.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I mean. Cool. Also, like it's Fast and Furious. I think
Yeah.
it works for them because it's still too big of a tent pole within that portfolio to not have an attraction.
I was
And
going to say it's
and they're
too
just
successful of a
trying.
franchise to not have something.
Like we're nerds, right? We in the nerd community, sure. Back to the Future and Ghostbusters are significantly more popular. In the general public community, I promise you, look at the box office numbers. Fast and Furious is more popular. So,
and
it
they
makes
can't just
sense.
like take an L with Supercharged and like not do something else with it. Like they were always going to pivot. And
No, and again, it's like they weren't just gonna use that ride vehicle once and call it a day. Like,
right.
You know,
Think how many EMVs there are in the Disney parks and how many scoops there are in the Universal
oh my
parks.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just wish that I really was hoping it was gonna be the Hobbs and Shaw coaster.
Oh yeah. Jason Statham giving me my Q spiel.
I don't know.
Before I fucking kill you,
Listen, look, we've
put your
got
safety harness on.
we've got the tour, we've got Slop, and we've got Kung Fu Panda. Which, dude, when did that theater open? Like 10 years ago now, and we still have not gotten any other show. Wasn't the whole
No,
premise
it was
theater?
open as Shrek 4D, and then it was a bunch of preview stuff, and then it was DreamWorks Theater is like somewhere in the 2020s, I think, is when it opened.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Are you sure that wasn't?
Check. When did the Kung Fu Panda show open? Because honestly, it's kind of sick.
It is pretty cool.
2018. No, but
Okay.
the whole premise was that it was going. They were going to change the media for it.
Correct. That's why it was
Right,
DreamWorks
yeah.
Theater and not Kung Fu Panda Theater.
And
Yeah.
it has now been 8 years, and they have
Yeah.
not
I don't
changed
know,
the
do you
media
think just
for
like
it.
COVID and then the delays with Epic and all that? Just
I mean,
The money's not there.
yeah.
this would be a great, this would have been a great time to do it. We haven't really gotten a new attraction since Nintendo last 2 years ago at this point, 2023.
3 or 4 years ago, maybe. Was it 2026? 3 years
23.
ago.
3 years ago. And so we've just been on, Orlando had a whole ass new theme park. They had, even though people didn't like it, they got VillainCon. Velocicoaster was 2020 something. So like
2021 maybe.
yeah, so like
Hagrid's was like 2018.
we got Nintendo.
All just like so hard in the paint.
We got Nintendo and we got Slop. And then
Jurassic
this
World
was-
happened somewhere in that time too.
Well, Jurassic World was weird. Jurassic World opened half baked, and then
That's true.
You remember that?
That's one of the
Do you
most
think it's almost
bizarre
like
things ever, that they opened it with like a half-bodied animatronic placeholder. And like I remember when the news came out, I was like, "What? They didn't like half it just because they weren't done." It's like, no, they literally did. They just
do you
opened
think
it like incomplete.
maybe some of like the big feelings on it aren't even from like we have to share our coolest attractions are shared with somebody else. It's also like Universal gets a Hagrid coaster, or sorry, Florida gets a Hagrid coaster. They
Right.
get a Velocicoaster. Hey, Hollywood, here's Fast and Furious. And then it's like, but that one we're giving to the other guys too, even though it looks like it's gonna be a really cool ride, I guess. But I think when you see like them going absolutely so hard in the paint year over year in Florida with like those were some really big attraction releases you just rattled off, like
Yeah.
all since like COVID essentially, or
Hmm.
just before. And how much has Hollywood gotten in that amount of time?
Like we said, three things, maybe.
When
One of
did
which is
when did Slop open?
That's what I'm trying to see right now. This opened 2023, so I'm looking up
Okay.
Slop right now.
21 or 22 would be my guess.
Looking up Slop is a great thing to say.
I've Googled slop. No, I think what you said, Lane, but even more so than, the thing you always hear about between Disneyland and Disney World is Disneyland doesn't have space for expansion. When something new opens at Disneyland, something else closes. That's sort of just the way it has to be.
Such massive national news, not even like theme park news or, travel news. It was like national news that Disneyland was going to expand
For Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
in the case like... Sorry, go ahead.
2021.
Okay.
So we got
All
it was supposed
Okay.
to be 2020, I think. So we got
Right.
got 2016 was the big year. That's when Potter
Yeah.
opened. Then 2018, I think we got DreamWorks, and Jurassic World was somewhere 2019.
Spencer, 2020, they were handing out. Do you remember when we went and we got those like Secret Life of Pets, like knicknacks that they were handing
Oh
out?
yeah,
Is that
yeah,
because
yeah.
they delayed it?
It was
That's
an
interesting.
AP. It was an AP
Yeah.
event. Yeah.
Yeah, and so then in 21, then
I forgot
23,
about
we got Nintendo 2 years later, and then I mean,
Mhm.
it's not that bad. We got Attraction, Land, and now 3 years later, Coaster. So it's not terrible.
I think
But
also
in,
like Hollywood is so landlocked. They
yeah, it's not
can't
Disney
do
level. It's not Disney level.
anything. It's even more so. Like it's
Well, yeah, Disney has 2 parks still.
yeah, like Universal Hollywood is like they have an escalator to take you like half a mile
Right.
down a hill because they can't connect them, Like it's that park is like tight.
I'm just saying we're what 15 years in now
Mhm.
from Transform. No, 2012. Yeah, almost 15 years in to Transformers. We can get
That's
rid of it.
crazy.
We can get
Oh,
rid of it.
it can go. Yeah.
We don't need
It
it.
can go.
That's a big stage. You could build Donkey Kong there. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Just
Or
build
you could
something
bring
else.
back Backdraft.
I love you for bringing that up, bro.
Bring back Backdraft.
I don't know. I
Is it where
just
E.T. was, or is E.T. where Mummy was?
Mummy,
Okay.
Mummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
which also
Another
like
clone that went away.
we got the worst version of.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
have a gut feeling they're gonna go in the paint for
So-
because I mean USF needs something big, and they're gonna go in the paint for.
Yeah, they
their
haven't had
Fast and
like a
Furious.
huge dub since Diagon. Alley, and
Diagon,
that was what,
yeah.
2015.
Right.
20
Yeah.
like yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
That I
They
mean,
got two
especially compared
titles.
to Islands and Epic, like that park. I mean, that's the skip park, right? We go every year, and we only go to USF for Halloween Horror Nights. Like, there's no other reason to go.
No.
In our opinion of what we enjoy doing. I mean, if you haven't gone to Hollywood 100 times, then sure.
And
But
last time we went, we had the excuse of like, well, we have 2 days, so let's go to, obviously one's Epic and we'll go to the Islands the other day. But honestly, even if we had 3 days, I wouldn't go.
no, I'd probably go to Islands again.
When we go back again, I don't really intend on going. Like,
Yeah.
I went because Ellie hadn't gone.
Sure.
So I was like, oh, I'll take you. Like he'd never been. I was so bored.
Yeah. Like, give me
There's
E.T.
like-
and Men in Black, and then I'm like, all right. And they're Mummy. I mean, Diagon Alley, obviously, but that's open during Horror Nights. So
Toby, do you think that like your frustration with it as a fan and living across the street is that, like you said, you feel like you get the lesser version of whatever the shared ones are? Like you're not frustrated that you share attractions or themes with the other park,
Yeah.
but you're more like discontent with it feeling like the lesser version.
Yeah, if we had their mommy, I'd be happy. If we had
Sure.
their Nintendo,
That's
their
fair. That's fair as fuck.
Nintendo, I'd be
Yeah.
happy. If we had, I mean, Archer, we got the. If we had their Hogsmeade, I mean, it'd be impossible. Like, I think
Yeah,
Hagrid's
their
is the
Hogsmeade's
entire upper lot.
huge.
It's the entire upper lot, basically.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, they do what they can. And I
Right.
think Fast and Furious was on our end, but on our end, it just felt. It was like one where I was like, oh, it's Fast and Furious, but I was like, oh, but it feels so perfect.
And it's
LA's
a brand new outdoor coaster. Like
LA is car culture.
totally.
You know,
Yeah.
this one is like the joke was always, or like kind of the big ding was that it's a 2-lot park and it's so weird. And this one's like playing into that. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this just all fits so well for this park. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there you have New York, which, and there's the literal fire station from Ghostbusters in that street.
Yeah.
You could just build Ghostbusters. It's not going to be the same coaster, but now it's like, now inevitably people are going to compare our Hollywood Drift to their Hollywood Drift. And odds are theirs is going to be better because they're just going to have more space and more money.
More money
and it's
and
like,
space.
It's
yeah.
like, God damn it, dude. Like, I just wanted. Because, like, also when Slop came out, there was no coverage, no national.
Dude, I saw one billboard and I was like, what? And then when I went
there
to
was, like,
Universal with
zero
you,
fanfare.
it was there. You were like, you haven't been on this? I was like, what? No, of course not. Like, what is this? And it was amazing. So
Yeah,
I
like
get it.
they open anything and it's like, every theme park fan knows about it. We
Mhm.
open Slop and people are like, oh, this opened.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
do you think,
this
it's-
park is such an afterthought. I mean,
Yeah.
you could say Disneyland is the same, but it's not. Disneyland's the best U.S. park, so they can't really do that. It's like, oh,
yeah.
you just can't. They're not going to they're getting a Cars Land-ish thing, but it's not
Its
our
own
Cars Land.
thing. Yeah.
And I promise you, no matter as good as this ride might be, it's not going to beat Radiator Springs Racers.
Sure.
Do
And like
you
as
feel
much
like-
as we oh sorry, go ahead, Lane.
Do you feel and this maybe ties into what you're going to say, Spencer, but like,
Yeah.
do you feel like I guess Disney's doing a better job of individualizing their attractions across multiple parks?
100%.
That's
Yeah.
why it doesn't, I guess it doesn't feel the same in terms of like, it doesn't feel like a copy, even if the core ride might be, like we were talking about with queues and things like that.
Yeah.
Whereas Universal is more just, it feels like copy and paste, and that is maybe where some of the discontent's coming from.
They could have easily just cloned Mission Breakout out there, and they did.
Yeah, totally. And they didn't. They did something new.
They
Because they already had Tower of Terror, obviously.
and they have their own. They have their own Guardians now. It's totally different, and really
Yeah.
good. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why it's the way it is. Like Artiana's is a clone.
Yeah, it's exactly.
So
the
there
same.
you go. You've got one, but that was a pre-existing clone. So does it really
Mhm.
matter?
Right.
And even then, there was
Um,
differences between their Splash and ours, like noticeable ones. Like they have the $2,000 or $20,000 rabbit or whatever they call it, the one that actually jumps. It never works,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to jump on like a robotic arm and I've seen it once and it looks pretty cool when it does. So they've always kind of had their own spin on thing. I mean, Disney's is great about it. As much as I'll
Yeah,
always
sure.
be kind of like, if we're competing, then I'm gonna take Universal in terms of my current interests and whatnot. But like Disney's way great about that. I mean, when I went to Tokyo, even Tokyo Disneyland is very different feeling than
Yeah.
Disneyland Park. It's got a completely different
Yeah,
entrance,
they're
main
very
area. Their
unique.
rides are different. They're very unique. Like even the ones that are clones, like their Haunted Mansion is noticeably different. Like
Yeah.
and the things that are off the shelf clones, like I didn't go on because I didn't need to, right? So it was like I just did a little research beforehand.
I'm gonna
knew
say
what was unique.
All 3 Star Tours, despite being the same attraction, look vastly different. In
different
all 3 of the
queues,
parks.
different, yeah.
It's
And I don't ride it
huge.
because I don't care. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's not my kind of thing. But like, yeah, for even that, like they just do that. Like with Universal, obviously the obvious, supercharged Minions, Transformers, like they are just the exact same.
Transformers is literally like they got a cool robot out front, but it's the same. It looks like
Yeah.
the queue looks the same.
Even our Forbidden Journey is nearly identical. There's like one different Dementor movement thing that I think I noticed.
The Dementors look a little different, and the spider looks different on the two of them.
Yeah,
Like
but it's like the
they're
same
minimal. They're minimal
Right.
difference.
beats. Yeah. There's not nothing anything that I'd be like, yeah, you got to. Even when ours was Jurassic Park River Adventure, like theirs was noticeably different.
Yeah.
There was completely different scenes with the raptors. The T-Rexes were different. Like it was just
Oh yeah.
like the raptors
It
there are in
was.
like a glass box. Honestly, the Hollywoods was better. They slid down at you. Like it was more
Hollywood's
because that's one where they just went so hard on that ride when it first opened because Spielberg was involved. And that, I mean, that's my favorite theme park attraction of all time still, is that original Jurassic Park River Adventure. Like it's just so nostalgic. I love it
That's
to death. But yeah, I mean, but Disney's really always been great about it. Yeah, like I didn't really even realize that you could like stamp. I mean, Six Flags is awful about it, like with like the different like V2 and Batman the Ride and whatever. Like I
Sure.
remember.
Yeah.
But that's also like it's a roller coaster, so like it's still fun. Like it's very different than
and
like
it's
an
regional.
exact beat dark ride, and it's regional. Exactly.
It doesn't. It's totally different. Like it's
Yeah.
it's a coaster. It's a coaster. It's regional.
I was
And
gonna say like I didn't realize that you could even do that until I went to Universal in Orlando, and it was like, cause I remember I went with you, Toby, for the first time, and it's like, oh, we got to do Transformers, you got to do this, that. You're like, no,
Right.
you don't. It's the exact same. It's like, oh, okay.
That's
Like
fair.
I thought there'd be, like I was like, oh, is there an animatronic in the Florida one? No, like no.
So
they
does
have
that,
a
does
they
that
have a
like
statue. They have a
Yeah,
statue.
they do have the statue.
I think that it might be relatively like minuscule in terms of like fans that would feel like how we do about it. Maybe like, you know, people who go to both parks regularly essentially is like the pool, right? But that obviously impacted like your experience there at the other park because there was nothing different to experience about it, so you didn't really see the point in it.
Yeah,
Which
and
is
even
exactly
when
that's exactly why I've never been on Supercharged.
yeah,
Like,
well, and when
Me
when
neither.
I was in Tokyo, like I was looking into Universal Studios Japan, but it's like it's by all accounts great and it's put together amazing and it looks gorgeous, but like
right.
all of the rides besides Flying Dinosaur are the exact same as stuff that we have.
Really?
So it just did not make sense to devote that kind of time versus, Tokyo Disney Sea is the most unique theme park in the world.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do
Dude,
that.
There people are like, go on their Soarin' because the queue is so great that
It
even though
is.
the
It is
ride is the
great.
same, even though the ride is the same,
Yeah.
it's a totally different. I mean, even all
Fantastic
three.
Flight, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the Sorens around the world are like not the name Soarin' around the world. All the different Sorens around the like different parks are vastly different. The worst is Epcot's by a mile because that's just like in a mall
It's
basically.
just in the land, yeah.
Yeah, but like ours here is very themed out to like
Mhm.
like an air hanger and the history of flight. Theirs is like some weird like palace type. What
It's
the fuck is
crazy looking, yeah.
Yeah, like, and then I think the one in Shanghai is like in a canyon or something.
Oh, cool.
So like like at least put effort into making them look different. I mean, hey, we have
Right.
we do have super silly Funland. I will say.
That's true. We do have
It's
our
hard to
Minion
beat that.
Cafe is better. Give me those rubber cheese nachos every day of the week.
I don't know. It's so bizarre that like maybe it is the land, but like yeah, we've dude, it just I don't know. I don't know. Hollywood is such a baffling park because it's one that I will never dedicate a whole day of my time to.
Sure.
I will just I mean, I live here, it's across the street, but even when I get my annual pass again, I usually just go to like
You
the
pop in
areas
for like a few hours, yeah.
dude, I'll pop in for 2 hours sometimes, if that.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, I'm going to Potter because it's really pretty. I'm gonna get a butterbeer or I'm gonna get a drink somewhere. I'll go on Slop if the line isn't long, and Potter, and maybe if I'm really in the mood, I'll go to the lower lot
Go on
and make an
Jurassic
effort.
World if I'm okay with
Go
being
on
wet,
Jurassic World.
yeah.
Dude, yeah. Like
I'm
I
good
don't
with
even
getting wet.
like dude, our Nintendo is I was like I think we went for the first time together, didn't we, Spence?
It was awesome when I first went in, and I haven't really honestly been back since because the lines get so long. But after seeing the one in Orlando, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be built out like this. Like the ones
I'm
in
like-
Hollywood is so small.
I'm like, oh, it's cool. I can see Jurassic Park if I get in the queue for Mario Kart.
Sure.
Jurassic World. I don't know. I don't know what you do with it. I get their strategy, but like it just sucks that like at least that Orlando is the one that gets all the originals. Nobody else got Men in Black. Nobody else is getting Monsters Unchained. Nobody else is getting Battle of the Ministry. Nobody else has gotten Diagon
Epic
Alley.
is its own, unless they opened an Epic clone park. I don't know if they could do any of that.
Yeah.
But Diagon Alley, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gone Diagon Alley or Hagrid's or anything like
Velocicoaster. They forever was rumors that was going to go where Mummy is. That never happened.
There's no room. It's too big of a coaster.
They can't do it.
That would take up the entire lower lot, basically.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
but it was like, oh, they're going to do a smaller version of it. No, they're not.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So I don't know. I mean, I can't blame them. You can't blame them. It's a popular franchise,
like,
and you just spent $7 billion. So
yeah,
you can still find ways to individualize and make it feel different. I think is kind of the moral, right?
Yeah, and I think my thing is besides the layout, we'll see if any of the theming is different. Sure. But I mean, I get their point of view and kind of what I said earlier, like. The studio tour is the main thing that sells tickets to that park, to the outside of the local sphere of going in for Horror Nights or a drink or food or whatever. Like, the studio tour is their thing there, and the reason they sell tickets as much as they do. So having, like, a taste of the other parks in there is, like, makes sense in, like, not low effort, but in a low lift kind of sense where they can, okay, we have this existing schematic and Hollywood needs a new refresh of something. We can put it there kind of thing. That's why Slop is so interesting because it's like wholly original. It's nowhere else. So it's pretty unique to have.
It's tiny and it's
built in a really weird, small like space.
I got to live through the transformation of what that park used to be to what it is now.
Totally.
I commend them, for what they've done, and they've really given it all their effort.
Absolutely,
I'm hoping, when Simpsons eventually bites the dust, hopefully within the next 3 years. My thing is like, why are you not? If you are Universal, I mean, I don't know. They have their reasons, but why are you not trying right now to get a groundbreaking attraction under construction for 28? Why have you been holding off? Because 28, you're gonna have the literal fucking world here.
Oh, I see. I mean, is Hollywood Drift this year? Is it this summer?
It's this year. So like it's gonna be 2 years old by 28. What are you gonna? Wouldn't that be the great time to open something new?
Sure, but they're also just gonna get a crap ton of attendance just based on the World Cup in general. Like
no, that's this year.
Oh, okay. What's 2028?
Olympics in LA.
Oh, geez, you're so right.
In LA,
I didn't even think about that.
The World Cup is around everywhere.
That's why they're spending so much money on LAX right now, is because they're trying to prepare for the amount of people.
I forgot about that.
I mean, like LA's about to be. Sense. I mean, no, it's just crazy to me. Like LA, you've got World Cup this year. Next year, you've got the All-Star Game and NBA All-Star Game and the Super Bowl in LA.
Oh, is it in SoFi? Okay.
Yeah, and then 28, you have the fucking Olympics. And it's not the World Cup where it's like we're hosting some of the games. It's the Los Angeles Olympics. So
and Disney will have the Avengers ride and
ready.
Avatar. Will Avatar be open?
Probably Coco, if anything.
Yeah, but they're gonna have a few new.
They're gonna have some new stuff.
Yeah.
At the very.
Oh
least,
yeah.
So.
I mean, they're gonna have Avengers open by then, and they're gonna hopefully maybe Coco. So you still have 2 new attractions. Give Universal credit. They build fast. They build very fast.
Yeah. I can't believe that there are. I mean, they've been working on Hollywood Drift in Orlando now. Like they demolished Rip Ride Rocket when it felt like days. Like, for Horror Nights, it was like, oh wow, it's gone.
It was like it's half there.
It's half gone.
It felt like a couple weeks after they announced it was getting torn down.
Yeah. And the only reason I feel like Hollywood Drift here is taking so long is because of the logistics that come with the mountain.
Sure. Totally.
And like also the scream shields and having to make sure it's all
the noise ordinance.
There's a lot of approvals they need for that attraction. But otherwise, man, they built Epic in like what? 10 years, 5 years, something like that.
Yeah, they announced it 20 I mean, it would have been even faster if it weren't for the pandemic.
Right.
Yeah. So like there's maybe maybe that's when maybe they act Simpsons next year or this year make the announcement. But even then, 2 year turnaround is not long enough. Maybe it is to get a big, basically for summer 28. You've got about 2
essentially
years.
have a whole new land.
You have 2 years and 2 months, or 2 years and like 4 months.
It's pretty tight timeline.
It was announced in August of 2019, so even if not for the pandemic, it probably would have opened.
It's 5 years.
Sooner. But even then,
it was basically 5 years.
Basically
6
5
years.
is it's
6 years.
crazy. They probably lost 18 months.
Right.
So maybe
fast.
maybe we don't know. Maybe there's something else big coming to this park. I'm sure we're probably gotta do something with the Fast and Furious stage
I was
here.
gonna say they're gonna do something new in the studio tour for sure.
It's gonna be wicked.
Oh,
I don't know that. I don't know that as a fact. I don't.
Probably,
and there's no rumors.
Will be.
No, you're so right. In the same way that I was like, it's gonna be Fast and Furious. It's gonna be Wicked.
They're absolutely gonna do Wicked somehow.
Or fuck it, it's Oppenheimer. It's Oppenheimer, and you're driving through as the bomb detonates.
Oh God,
it's the new Backdraft.
Yes, they'll just light the tram on
Cillian
fire.
Murphy animatronic looking at you, absolutely depressed the entire time.
That's what I want.
Give me
Josh Peck blowing up my tram.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
That's good.
It's gonna be wicked. It's gonna be wicked.
It has to be. Yeah.
To cement the end of that conversation, unique is always better for resorts, in my opinion. It's always fun to have your own spin on things, and that's the one detriment to Universal Studios Florida, Universal Studios Hollywood, as it does, and Universal Studios Japan. It does really feel like
the same thing.
Like they're built out differently, and of the layouts, I prefer USF's. Like it's obviously like a better looking park than Hollywood in terms of just it has a lagoon and whatnot. Like, and it just looks better, but
pretty.
It's largely the same attractions except for Men in Black and Diagon Alley and Race Through New York, which is just another version of Mini Mayhem. And ET, which was in Hollywood at one point. So I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe it'll be great and different. Who knows?
I mean, either way, I'm excited to ride the thing.
Sure. Yeah. It's another coaster to Orlando. It's crazy.
It's gonna be good on both coasts.
There's no way it's not. Have you ever seen it testing? The testing videos of it drifting? It looks freaking sweet.
Yeah, I go on my balcony and I just see it testing.
See it? Yeah. It looks nuts. It's like that's so fun. It's like with Donkey Kong. It's like a brand new innovation in coaster tech.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's blast through cool stuff because I know we got a hard out today. Toby, what fun did you do this last week?
I worked, dude, because
he worked.
My project is rapidly approaching its opening.
His cool thing of the week is his project, which he's not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, so I'll talk about it summer at some point. Maybe we don't know. I actually don't even know. I'll talk about it at some point this year, I assume.
Whenever's not going to get you in trouble.
Yeah, some point this year.
Yeah.
What's up with you, Spencer?
I went to a speakeasy, which those are always fun, in West Seattle, called The Alley, and you like walk in and it's like a locker and you like punch in a code to like open the door. It's honestly really cool. So those are just fun. They're like low effort, but I saw a video about it and I was like, that looks sick. So yes, those are fun. I enjoy a nice themed experience like that. Those are always fun. We went to one at the Denver airport together, Lane. That was cool.
We did. Yeah.
That bizarre. Cool. Yeah. But it was cool.
If you're in the A concourse, there is a bookstore there that's speakeasy, and it's not like hidden. It kind of is, but you can see through the window kind of there. So I feel
this one is like you have to punch in a code to go inside, which I was like, that's fun. Like this is very hidden.
Yeah,
you walk down like a sketchy alleyway, so it's like it's fun.
A little less accessible.
Yeah.
Me, I didn't like go actively do anything cool, but I did start planning some possible summer trips for some theme park stuff. So looking into like the Dollywood and that sort of stuff. So I know you guys will be in the loop for sure.
It's really cheap to stay in Pigeon Forge too. I would know because I spent 2 weeks there 2 years ago putting up a show. I spent way too much time in Pigeon Forge and Branson, Missouri. That was back to back. That was crazy. And then I went to Orlando afterwards. That was like a really rough month of sleepless nights.
I remember.
Yeah.
I was with you in Orlando.
Yeah. I pulled in and Toby's like, "You want to hit islands?" I was like, "Honestly, I'm gonna hit bed." Yeah, Pigeon Forge is cheap, so we should definitely do that. It's fun.
Yeah, we'll do that. I don't know how, like, if I want to do, I would like to go see it at some point, the Universal Kids thing. I don't know if I need to see that like right off the bat, but
sure.
It feels like a thing that's like, oh, I have a reason to go down there.
You want to go to
do
Disco,
tickets
Texas?
like Chuck E. Cheese, and where you have to have a kid with you. I wonder if they're gonna be like adults don't come
like
in.
Legoland.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. So I'm curious.
We'll
like,
just steal
if
my
they end up
nephew.
Have they announced the price of admission for that yet?
No, nothing.
I don't think so. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what the whole deal with that is. But obviously, if it's a Legoland situation, then we probably won't be going for the foreseeable future.
Universal Park.
Either way, definitely want to do the the Smoky Mountains trip. So
yeah.
Exciting. Hell yeah. Well, thank you folks for joining us for another episode of Fully Immersed. Hey, if you're listening on a podcast app like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thanks so much. Give us 5 stars, 5 middle fingers, whatever it allows you to do. Leave a comment. I don't know, some of them do that. We just want to make sure that we're getting pushed to the top of your silly little podcast algorithm. And if you are joining us on YouTube, hey, thanks so much. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you want to do. We are on not only YouTube, but also TikTok and Instagram at Fully Immersed Pod. So make sure to check us out there, posting shorts and fun things like that throughout the year, especially as we're going to be doing some fun stuff likely this summer. And so we'll definitely have some posts kind of coming up. So make sure you're following along there. Otherwise, thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you again next time. Bye.
Bye.